Just a second. Be able to see everybody. And we are live, everybody. We are live on Pop. Everybody, we are live on Pop. Partners of Purpose. I will be on camera in just a second. Just want to make sure everything is good over here. But right now, we have Mr. T.W. Brooks on the screen. And he is all about making change within the community.
And that's T.W. Brock?
What did I say, Brock?
Brook.
I said Brook. Well, I say, you can tell my mind is everywhere. My mind is everywhere today. I apologize. Mr. T.W. Brock is the founder of P.O.P. P.O.P. is Partners of Purpose, and he's reaching out into the community because he wants to partner with other people within the community, your community, his community, every community around the greater Houston area. He wants Pops to join him. And what is a Pop? You might say, Mr. Real Talk 100 Radio, Mr. Malcolm Jackson. What is a Pop? A Pop is a partner of purpose. A partner of purpose is someone who wants to be the change within the community that they wish to see. Yes, that is what a Pop is. And we're about to kick this thing off right now. What's going on, T.W. Brooks? What's going on, man?
He did it again.
I did it on purpose.
Look at him. Just messing with a brother. Just messing with a brother. So we want you to come be a Pop. And in fact, let's Pop. Let's be the Pop that can't stop. Come on in and join us. Become a Pop tonight. Okay, because we're going to make change in family life. We're going to make change in community life. We're going to make change in your life. We're going to make change in our own lives. Can I get an amen, somebody?
Amen, amen, amen.
All right.
Amen. How do you propose we're going to make these changes?
We're going to make these changes by taking advantage of leveraging relationships, of partnering with others to build within our community. We're going to build franchises. We're going to build friendships. What's that in today's culture? I mean, heck, you speak to somebody on the bus. It's like, do I know you? You speak to someone on the sidewalk. I've often asked myself, for those of us who walk up on people who are not afraid to say hello,
right?
You know, to those who the opposite, you know, the other guys were saying hello to.
Right.
How are they gonna react when Jesus come back?
I don't know.
I don't know you. What you speaking to me for?
I don't know.
Know?
It's the strangest thing to me when I walk past, whether it's a man or a woman. Most of the time it's the men. Most of the time the women actually speak. But most of the time, whether it's a Caucasian or a black man or even Hispanic, I don't understand. We'll walk past each other and be afraid to look at each other, and I'll be like,
right,
how's it going, sir? You know, and I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you?
At least you get I'm fine. Shoot, what I usually get, I get that. You don't even exist.
I get that. No. I get that sometimes too, but most of the time they're just shocked that I've spoken. And I'll be on an elevator and they'll refuse to talk, and I'll be like, how's it going, man? What's your line of business, sir? And they'll, that breaks the ice and we can start talking. But if I don't say anything, nothing gets said. And I don't understand that at all. And like you said, what are they gonna do when they get to heaven? They're going, I don't know you, sir. I
right?
I've never seen you before in my life, sir.
Right. So why are you speaking to me? You know,
I get it.
So, I mean, we've got to do some things.
Relationships.
We've got to build relationships. I've always wondered why on Facebook people will befriend or accept the friendship of others with absolutely no intention of ever even speaking to them. Why bother to befriend me? Why bother to accept my friendship if you have no intention of ever speaking to me at all?
A lot of people are on there to be nosy.
A
lot of people are on Facebook to be nosy, whether they're friends of your friends, friends of your family, whether they're enemies. I have enemies on my Facebook. They don't want to speak to me no more. I don't want to speak to them no more. But I'm the kind of guy where if you forecast failure in my life, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep putting out right in front of you. So I'm not gonna delete you.
Right.
I'm gonna keep producing.
That's right.
Just like I've been producing right in front of you.
That's right. So
Like-
you get an opportunity to see how can God actually, is this stuff that God teaches? Is it actually true? I believe it is, but I'm gonna show you
Right.
by continuing to strive after the things that I desire to have.
Exactly.
Hello.
Exactly. And I told you the reason why I don't delete them. Now, the reason they don't delete me is
because they're trying to be nosy.
They were trying to be nosy. They want to see, he's gonna fail. I know he is, or secretly cheerlead me on. For real.
Okay.
For real. That's how they are. I don't understand because this is how success goes. I'm not going to cheer for him until he makes it because I don't want to look crazy. So I'm not. He's doing well, but he's gonna, all of them fail. He's not gonna succeed. I know he's gonna fail, but as soon as he succeeds, I knew you were gonna do it.
Mm-hmm, right.
I watched it the whole time. I'm telling you.
You know what? You're absolutely right. You're right. You're right.
I've gone through this for 10 years plus on social media. I know what it is now. I've had several businesses. Mm-hmm. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had several businesses.
Okay.
And I've been in a couple of different relationships, and I know how it goes now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no secret to it.
That's right. And you know what? When I give it some thought, you're exactly right. I've been in ministry myself, and like you said, while you're failing, oh, man, I don't know that cat. But the minute you preach a message where your enemies are coming up to you after church, my brother, I didn't know you could do it. Oh my goodness, that you was all up in my Kool-Aid, But he's absolutely right. So we're asking you, come join us and become a pop, and let's pop the bubbles of failure together.
There you go. Together. If I fail, you fail. If I succeed, you succeed. There's no crab in the bucket stuff here at Real Talk 100 Radio. Oh, we're not on the sensory page tonight, so I can talk any kind of way I want to. We're not on the crab in the bucket shit here at Real Talk 100 Radio.
That's it.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. On the other hand, excuse me, and to the contrary, we want to be the crabs that are in the bucket and pushing you out.
That's it.
So that you can then reach back into the bucket.
Amen. Come on, talk to us.
And pull us all out.
That's right.
That's what we're about here on the Pop Show. He hates for me to say pop. I want you to explain that too in just a second. Why you hate for me to say pop? But that's
I love pop. I love pop. I don't care. I don't care for the show part because show to me suggests
a circus or something.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. And this ain't no circus. This is real.
I got you.
So let's be a pop together, and like he said, let's pop the bubbles of failure together. And then see, when you get out of the bucket, maybe you learn new ideas. Maybe you learn how to be more creative. Maybe you learn some business investment ideas that you can bring back and then help us and help us to help others.
Right.
And we grow together as a family.
That's a foreign discipline. Say that again. Growing what?
Growing together.
That's
as a family.
Foreign discipline to a lot of people. Foreign discipline, but it's not a foreign discipline here. We're trying to reteach it where we got lost at as a society, where we got lost, where we stopped growing together. I remember a time when I couldn't go outside without my next door neighbor telling on me. Your son's out. Malcolm was at the stop sign down there. Malcolm was at the corner store. Where I don't know where that concept got lost at of doing the community together, of growing the community together, of what am I trying to say? Discipline the community together,
right?
Foster the community together,
camaraderie together.
Right.
Back in the day, I remember like Malcolm says, as a child, if I spoke out of tone, to another adult, then not only could that adult reach back and say, you're out of line, but they told my pop or they told my mom, I was man. I got the ass whooping in my life. Put it that way.
Okay,
it's called some discipline.
Got whipped everywhere.
You know, but guess what?
And then when Daddy gets home later, you get it again.
But guess what? Look how it disciplined us. Look how it got us to a place where we're able to communicate effectively.
Yes.
Because what people fail to realize, I'm not just blaming it on the children today. What people fail to realize in today's culture is that every relationship from pulpit to door will experience challenge and difficulty. But it's not the challenge or the difficulty that determines the outcome. It's how we handle that challenge and difficulty that determines the outcome.
That's right.
You know, but in today's culture, the first thing they want to do is turn to the gun, the fist, the ugly looks. But see, my thing is, just say you turn to the gun, and let's say you do kill the guy. Now you're looking at life in prison.
Right.
You know, now you're looking at ruining your life, ruining that the other guy's family life for a 20-second argument.
That's right.
It's not even worth it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I don't understand that either. But yes, I do. Yes, I do. These kids don't know how to fight. They're soft. They don't want.
Yeah, I gotta show you. I'll show you.
They're soft. And I hope I don't get killed for saying that. But it's just reality.
Mm-hmm.
Kids today, I mean, I've never seen, a kid that, you couldn't keep me from going outside to play. Mom, can I go outside to play? Mom, Dad, you go ask your dad. Dad, can I go outside to play? Well, is your room clean? Is this?
Yeah, right.
Yes, you can go outside to play, son. And guess what? We wouldn't come back inside until that street light came on outside. Today,
street light, come on and go back off. What you know?
No. It's too hot.
Yeah,
you got a big old water fountain on the side, a water hose. Just go over there and put some water on your arms or on the nape of your neck or something. You'll be all right. You'll live. Oh no, it's too hot. I've seen them fake asthma and everything.
I remember.
Soft. Y'all are soft. This generation is soft.
It is. I remember. I remember.
So to ask them to fight, I ain't gonna cut you off no more. To ask them to get out there and fight, it's not happening.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I know when I was in a relationship once, a young lady had children, and I begged her, let me discipline them. And finally, she agreed to it. At the time, she was, she had a boy and a girl. They were the teenage age, and then she had her nephew that she was watching, and they fought me tooth and nail initially. Finally, they agreed. Go ahead, you try it your way. So I went down into the room. I gave them each 10 words. I said, I want the definition. I want how to spell them. And I want how to use them in a sentence. When all done by the time I get home from work. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you don't, there will be a consequence. When I got home from work that evening, I was shocked. The young lady, she actually did it. She was the one that gave me the most problems. But she actually did it. The two boys, they didn't do it. So I said, no problem. I went down into their room. I took the television out. I said, you're stuck in your room for a week. And they went downstairs and did it immediately. And when it came back up, they showed me they knew how to spell it, each word in a sentence. They knew how to spell each word, how to use them in a sentence and what they meant. They said, can we go outside? Nope. They said, can we get the TV back? Nope. Well, why not? We did what you said. I said, here's the deal. If you rob a bank, and you come outside and the police are there and you take the money back into the bank and give it back, you're still going to jail.
You're still going to jail.
You know what I mean? So if I told you to have it done by said time and it didn't get done,
right,
then that's the discipline. You don't like it? Tough. Deal with it.
Right. They don't understand that.
Not in today's culture.
You're still guilty. You're still guilty. And that's funny you brought that up because in our household, we used to have 4 teenagers. Only one remains, and the one and all of them would do jacked up stuff, would do screwed up stuff. I'm sorry, my bad, and expect to go back to getting their phones and their video games back. Well, I said I'm sorry,
and
you said you're sorry, but you continue to do the same crap. that got you in
over
trouble
and over.
and over again. And I'm supposed to, just because you said my bad or I'm sorry, I'm supposed to give you your phone back and your computer and your what do they call it? PS5 and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
No. Once you prove to me that you're really sorry and you haven't reenacted that same screwed up crap that you did, after you show me some consistency and not doing it at least for a week,
right?
At least for a week, I'm not giving you nothing. So
you're a lot easier than me.
I try to be fair. I try to be fair. Just show me you're trying.
Yes,
that's all I ask. And a week is showing me you're trying. 3 days, they mama give it back to them in 2 or 3 days. All they got to do is look crazy. And, okay, baby.
I'm sorry.
Okay, baby. Right. Come here, give you your phone back now. Now, give me a solid week.
That's right.
Anyway, y'all, we could sit here and we can kick it all day. Me and this guy here, Mr. Brooks. This dude. Mr. T.W. Brock. Mr. T.W. Brock is the founder.
All right, Malcolm X. Talk to me.
Is the founder of P.O.P. Partners of Purpose. That's the name of this segment on Real Talk 100 Radio. And we are reaching out into the community weekly for other POPs, other partners of purpose, other people who want to affect change in their respective communities, in their respective communities. We don't care if you're black, white, brown, yellow,
Asian,
red. We don't care what community you're in. If you want to see change, any change,
give us a call.
Give us a call. Become a POP. And that is what this show is about. TW, expound upon that a little bit before we introduce our guest today.
Well, some of the things that we want to expound upon and some of the things we want to change, some of the things we want to address right in our own community is we're growing to a place where we can address homelessness, where we can address the lack of government or governing in our community. But yes, government exists. Don't get me wrong, but how effective are they? What are they doing to ensure that we're not where we are next year, the same as we were last year and the year before and the year before that even? How are we holding our government accountable to what we've elected them to do? How are we holding ourselves accountable to affecting that change? Because I'm a strong believer, okay, in the Bible. Okay, the Bible says faith without work is dead. Faith is going to a God I can't see, smell, taste, touch, or feel, and praying to him. Because that's saying, I know you exist. But the work, my dear brothers and sisters, is what are we going to do within ourselves? How am I going to allow myself to be effective in enforcing and changing and developing my own community outside of my home, but my community itself?
Because a lot of times, and I'm gonna help you out. I know it's back here somewhere and it's wanting to jump out of his mouth, but I gotta help him out right quick. A lot of times what we do is we elect officials, we elect congressmen, we elect senators, we elect our president, we elect the sheriff department, the head of the sheriff department. And then when they get in there and don't do what they say they're going to do, what do? Oh, he's not doing this or she's not doing that. Instead of holding them accountable, we put them in position. They're supposed to be the change that we can't be. They're supposed to do the things that we need as communities, but they don't. So that is another thing that is something else that this show wants to touch on. Holding our elected officials, holding our county officials, our state officials accountable when they don't do what they need to do to strengthen our communities.
Amen.
Did I say that right?
Absolutely.
I hope so. We do have a call-in number tonight. It's 713-777-9595. That's 713-777-9595. Please, you're welcome to call in tonight on topic at any time between now and 8 p.m. This is POP, Partners of Purpose. If you want to become a POP tonight, please call in. If you have any questions, please call in. If you like what we're doing, please call in. If you don't like what we're doing, please call in. Reach out to elected officials in your families, in your friendships, in your associations. We want elected officials. We want the sheriff department. We want the constables. We want leaders of churches. We want leaders of communities. We don't care if it's gang members. Gang members want to see change too. And
that's right.
We touched on that
last week, as a matter of fact.
Last week on another show.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody in the listening audience might be saying, gang members? Why would you want gang members? Because sometimes all gang members need is an open ear.
That's it.
It's an open ear.
An open ear.
We don't even have a chance, so I'm gonna act a fool. But if you listen to me, we might not act a fool. Yeah, that's what happens. We have a phone call coming in.
Ooh. And it like Malcolm said, when we're open to hear the gang members, when we're open to allow them to communicate their ideas.
Please call back in, caller. Go ahead.
If we allow them to share from their thoughts how they would like to see change, if we introduce them, a lot of them feel like that the county leaders won't even hear what they have to say. But if we're the liaison that introduce them to the county officials, we can make some significant change.
Yes, we can. Here's the caller calling back. Real Talk 100 Radio. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with tonight?
Hey, what it do is the OG of the Double G for Big Dog Joker.
What's up, Joker? Smoker Joker. This is Smoker Joker of What Up Radio, y'all. Y'all check him out every Thursday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. They talk a lot about mental wellness on their show. And what you got for us tonight, Smoke?
I was sitting here chiming in on the show. I've been actually commenting on your actual page. I believe it's the regular Malcolm page as I was watching it. So I had to go back and I wanted to comment on 2 things. You talked about like the mentality of people working together and things like that. And I said that it's so many of our people, because don't get me wrong, I have to commend. I commended other cultures. I commended the Hispanic culture, the Caucasian culture. I commended all of them for actually sticking together and actually working with their people to build. Hispanics are really known for this. To me, it seems like Black people are so stuck in the slave mentality where we're out here snitching on our own because we still think math is going to give us that extra apple.
Yes, sir.
We think math is going to give us leeway, so we out here hurting our own people. We out here telling them if our people start doing better instead of our people helping each other, we out here still being the jesters and entertaining, so we can look good in other people's world.
Mm-hmm.
You're exactly.
Slave mentality. Slaves didn't get dressed up in suits to look good to each other. We didn't do our hair to look good to each other. We knew what each other was going through. Another comment you made as far as the fighting process, these kids fighting. These kids, it's a very vital reason why these kids won't fight. I don't think they're so far scared. I ain't gonna say scared. I'm gonna say because of so much with social media like TikTok and Instagram, these kids are scared that they're gonna get recorded fighting. And the loser, that's who ends up taking the real hard one, because he's not just losing a fight like we used to. We can lose a fight because we wasn't on camera. We'll lose the fight, take that to the chin, and come back another day, and hopefully we'll get out one end. But nowadays, you lose a fight, that damn thing gets 200,000 likes. Now the person who lost either want to kill themselves or they ready to go kill the person that fought them, and they'll go do that shit on camera because that's the kind of mentality that was created behind this camera.
Okay.
Just behind a simple camera and social media. a platform.
I never thought of it, but I never even thought about it that way. But that I see the validity in the point you're trying to make. I do see it where yeah, like folks could say, man, man, they beat the crap out of that dude.
Right.
But what if we could come together and work together in the YMCA's and work together in the community to teach our youth that the real fight would be in teaching ourselves self-discipline so that we could learn how to avoid a fight so that we could turn around and tie it into how we could better our community.
I'm with you on that, and I can't even lie. And this is one of those situations when I say ideally, we do have a few people that actually are that's trying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm talking to two of them right now. So in theory, yes, it sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
But then let's sit back and really be honest about our people. Let's be true to the fact about who we know, who we dealing with. No other culture knows what we dealing with. Our culture deals with a bunch of stubbornness because everybody want to make it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're talking about people of purpose, not a person, people of purpose, which means we all going to have to come together to make some changes.
That's right.
But because they're honestly so scared of what society might, think of them, rather it be like when Black Lives Matter came together, all of a sudden we were considered a racist group. Honestly,
okay.
Instead of us fighting against what people were saying, we should have went by action. Just like how Malcolm was saying, a bunch of people, they apologize, but they continue to do the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with when we had Black Lives Matter. I thought I was proud for a second. I really was. I'm like, okay, I don't care what they say about us. BLM is just going to be all by action. The things that we want seen is not just going to pop up whenever there's a protest. But then that seems that's the only time that it's being talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever somebody get killed, oh my God, here come Black Lives Matter. And at this point, I'm mad. I'm like, yeah, y'all shut your ass up. The only time you people say something, our people gotta die.
Right.
And then you march for a goddamn month, and then you don't make no action for it. That's why they say history repeats itself. We just had after George Floyd died, we just had a pretty much repeat of the same riots from the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Until our people start learning and really accepting the fact that, hey, you might say, we got that crab in the bucket thing, but hey, man, if one crab link onto the next crab, it'll be like a monkey chain. We pull each other out.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. That is exactly.
That's what P.O.P is all about.
We're stuck, and we're trying to be the how do they say it? Reach one, teach one. We're trying to
Each one teach one.
Each one teach one. We're
Mm-hmm.
trying to reach out and whoever will grab a hold, we're gonna pull them, and hopefully we'll start a chain reaction.
And we'll begin to grow together. The one thing I've learned.
We want to give Black people a chance. Put some out there because we not just like you say. Each one teach one.
That's
we
it.
Gonna teach groups and we gonna reach one.
That's right. Well, eventually.
Want to do something? Get an ass to a concert and be like, "Hey, this is why we doing it."
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to be people of action rather people of words.
And we're gonna have to meet people of integrity. That's right, and people of integrity who want to see it through, who are man enough and woman enough to hold themselves accountable. I know when I had a mentor group when I used to live in Maryland, and I had a mentor group, and if you were 1 minute late for my meeting, I didn't care what the reason was. Not my problem. 1 minute late for the meeting, it was $50, period. And guess what? The only person ever late to the meeting twice, not once, but twice, was myself because I got stuck in traffic. Well, guess what happened? I paid that $50 fine because I can't hold you accountable to something I'm not willing to hold myself accountable to.
You lead by example. You really lead by example. And
that's it.
A lot of these kids are looking up to a bunch of artists, and I got to give it to a certain artist and things like that because a lot of these artists really did get it from coming from the streets to making it into their own right. And I'm happy when kids say that's what they look up to, the hustle of it. But it seems like they get so caught up in the camera lifestyle that they forget that, hey man, and you still have to carry yourself with integrity. You're doing so much to get on the internet to where you not only downed yourself, but you killed our culture. Every single time something comes out crazy, it's usually us doing the shit.
Exactly.
And for what purpose?
And see, I'd like to turn that around where people can look at each time something turned, where we've done something phenomenal, that they see that it was black folks working together and partnering to build something together. I'd like to change it around to that.
Partnering together, and that's what we were talking about right before you called, and that is, even reaching out to the gang communities and saying, what are your issues? What can we help you with? What can we go to the police force with? What can we go to Capitol Hill with? What can we go to TDC with?
That's it.
That'll help you. And because a lot of times, gangs are mischaracterized. It's all about they're just going to shoot up the place. Not if they're heard, not if they're being valued.
That's right.
And
see, them the OGs of the gang. The original gangs, y'all know, was started in order to help out the community. With that era. And even me myself, being a youngster, I wasn't. Let me say, I'm kind of like the right after generation. So I believe all the OGs that I call y'all OGs, y'all the ones that raised me. So luckily, I was able to get taught by people who were still in that. I guess they were still. There was really with no social media. I come last era of payphones and pages. So I got to see the real. So when it came down to the gangs in my neighborhood, they went back to the whole purpose point. These gangs was getting together, helping build houses. They just thought they were called the gang because, hey, these were street cats. These were street soldiers. The one rule they had, they never sold dope in the community. Never. Not one time in my street. And people can say what they want about Fifth Ward. Well, I was from the drug dealer sold outside of the community. They brought the money into the community and they actually helped to build. It may not have been much to everybody else, but to build the little boys and girls clubs. We got J. Prince Gym out of that. We got we got a few things. We got parks, and yeah, they got mistreated and things like that. I'll be lying if I say they didn't, but it showed that a gang of these street dudes can come together and build something. It showed that they can. My whole thing with gangs, what is your purpose now? Why are you a gang?
Right.
A gang is supposed to be able to protect this community. I should instead of calling the cops, I should be able to call the Bloods or the Crips and be like, hey, these are Princes are fucking with me.
Right.
Okay.
True enough.
True. But instead, it's like you said, we walking down the street scared of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Right. I just heard a conversation the other day. I was at, where was I? I'm visualizing the corner store right by my house. A guy was talking to another customer. The guy is a member of the community and he lives in the community. So he comes up to the corner store and helps the corner store guy run the community store. So the guy that initiated the conversation was talking to one of the customers that was coming in, and he was talking about some I don't want to name a particular gang, but he was saying, why are you wearing that color? You can't wear that color in this hood. And I'm going, we're in the suburbs. We're in the suburbs of Houston, Texas. And you're talking about I can't wear a certain color?
It doesn't matter where you are. In my opinion, it's stupid. We should be a lot more intelligent than to look at the color that someone's wearing to go around killing each other. Right. We shouldn't be worried about if someone's headlights are out and I'm flashing my headlights to warn you your headlights are out. Is this guy gonna shoot me? So I better not do anything. Come on, people, we got to grow up.
Yes, have to grow up. With
I just got a cop guy behind me today. This is I know we messed up in the head. We don't have nobody to call, and this is one of the things we actually discussed on the show. That with mental health things like that of Black people, and I believe that mentality comes from that. But this is how I know nobody ever feels protected. You know me as one of the crazy dudes. I come up there, I live behind a smile. Just like what Magic Johnson lives behind his smile. I smile as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Today, a cop got behind me on the way home, and Malcolm could tell you I had a great day. Today was probably one of the most blessed days. Got my house, thank God. I'm on my way back to my old house to just pick up some stuff. A cop gets behind me, has no intention of pulling me over. I was sweating bullets.
Mm.
I ain't never been, and I'm talking on the phone. I call my girl.
Mm-hmm.
That lets me know how traumatized black people are. This man is supposed to be protecting me.
Right.
But it'll be no different if I'm walking down the street and it's just like how you said, Malcolm, hey man, you can't wear this color in this hood. If this cop would have killed me, now one of them niggas would have did nothing. And if these niggas would have killed me, nobody else would have did nothing. That's why black people are not helping each other. Who is going to help black people?
I wish that black folk would stop using the N-word toward one another. That because my thing is if we want but hear me on this one, brother. My father was killed because he stood up for people who didn't want to be called the N-word. And if we want them to stop calling us the N-word, we have to start with stop calling ourselves the N-word. You follow me? Because we are a better people. We are better people than that.
Black man, and I'm listening to this black man. You're right. You know what? You absolutely fucked up. You're absolutely right, Malcolm. And I want you to find me every time on my show.
All right.
You see this here, brother?
No joke. I'm not even joking no more. I thank you.
Out of respect for this.
Because you said each one teach one.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the one right here. This is Smoke a Joker.
Mm-hmm.
It is saying this on live. I will no longer be saying the N-word. Point blank period.
I appreciate it, Smoke a Joker, because my father died behind. I mean, you wouldn't believe they had N-word applications for employment. I encourage you, when time permits, take a look at the website justiceforbrock.com. When you go to the website, the first one of the blue links right beneath the picture of the car, there's a blue link that says abuse by VW. Okay. When you click on that link, justice and the word for spelled out FORBROCK, justiceforbrock.com. Click on the blue link right beneath the picture of the car. It says abuse by VW. This is what blacks would come to work and find on their desks, on their desk drawers, in the mornings. You know, and today here we are 39 years later, and the blacks that worked at that plant are still afraid to talk about it because now newspaper articles would have you believe that William Brock committed suicide. But those people, if he actually committed suicide, why are they still afraid to talk about it 39 years later?
That's the backstory. We will get into those details the further we get along in this show. The further we get along in this show.
Amen.
We'll reveal. I'm gonna go back and check out the live and let y'all get to it. But I literally just got on justiceforbrock.com, so I'm gonna read up on this. I'm gonna listen to y'all talk about it, and I'm gonna discuss it Thursday as well. And
please share it with everyone you know, because Justice for Brock is for real. I mean, I'll share this last piece with you about Justice for Brock. I mean, they would, at that plant, they used to hang black dolls from nooses. Okay, when black folk would come to work, that's how bad it was. Okay, it was ugly, and we want them to stop calling us that. We need to start by stop calling ourselves that.
That's right. Just completely banning the word altogether. Our people can't use it. White people can't use it.
Exactly.
I got you. I got you.
I mean, I ain't never seen no white man go to another white man. What's up, my hunky? I've never seen that. I mean,
and then call it a term of endearment,
right? So on that note, we got a guest that we'd like to introduce to.
Thank you, Smoker.
Thank you, Smoker Joker. Appreciate you, baby. Like to hear you. Come on back and join us from time to time. Every Friday from 7 to 8, baby. My man.
Good night.
Good night. But we have another guest that we'd like to introduce, Steve Walton. Come on, join us, Steve. Now, Steve is going to talk to us about some things that he's doing to better our household finances, to better some of the pain and anxiety. Not, we can't better it, but we can at least work on losing it. We can at least work on soothing it. And Steve has some really great ideas, and I'd like to go on and turn the mic over to Steve Walton, and he also is a partner of purpose.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, let me give proper due to Smoker Joker. That brother is all about activism and getting involved with the community. Thank you for supporting the show. I've been happy and blessed to know Mr. T.W. Brock for 14 years. And thank you, Malcolm, for letting me on your great platform. Hopefully I can be back on to your viewership. I think what we have to understand is I think we're all talking about the same thing as far as partners and purpose. That's a big thing we can do to the community. Is multifaceted. So what I'm talking about, health and wellness, is now kind of at the forefront of what we need as a community. If we don't have a healthy lifestyle, we can't. And mental health, we all talked about. Malcolm, you talked about it. TW, you talked about it. Smoker Joker talked about it. Mm-hmm. It's a common theme within our community. Why are we seeing all these mass shootings? Why are we seeing all this anger on the street? Now, a lot of it is because of the situation, because of the economic struggles. It could be your personal life. So health and wellness is the epicenter of, and coupled with faith, mm-hmm. It's a kind of a culmination of all those factors. Now, one individual has all the answers.
That's it.
So we have to be a partner of purpose, a POP, and get involved. But that takes everybody, like Smoker Joker said, and like Malcolm said, like you said, we got to get out of the crabs and the barrel mentality and get active and get involved in some capacity, because each one of us has a skill set that can change our situation.
That's it. So I'm going to turn the mic over to you, and you take it from here, Doc.
All right.
Do your thing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know, Malcolm, on your platform, a lot of talk has been about mental health. Why are we having all these anxiety, depression? We have a lot of people out there that are losing their jobs, looking for outlets. So what I've got involved with was I invested in a company called Wellness Biosciences. It's two companies, ladies and gentlemen. So everyone, and Malcolm, if you're familiar with, and your great platform and Spirit Influence, is medical CBD, right?
Okay.
So now what people are seeing now is legal, barring legislation throughout the nation.
Yes, sir.
So now this is not about necessarily getting on a high. This is about treating a lot of the issues, not a total cure all, but an added supplement that can help you with sleep, anxiety, pain, relief. And then I come from a military household. I'm proud of it. You got all these veterans who are not only homeless, not only struggling to make a transition back to their civilian life, they're dealing with PTSD. They're dealing with severe. You got disabled veterans, like you see with Wounded Warrior Project.
Yes, sir.
So what's medical CBD and our second company, which is Biologics Wound Care, is now giving people, especially our community, positive ways to actually use that as a tool to help them with stress, sleep, that can lead to a lot of anger and frustration of losing your job or losing a loved one or dealing with COVID, right?
Yes.
So we all want to live a healthy lifestyle. What we have to do is we can't even rely on these great products that I've been invested in and a great company and great leadership, but we have to in turn educate ourselves through your platform, Malcolm, at Real Talk 100 Radio and Smoker Joker, respect you, is we have to work together as communities. And how can we get to the root of mental health? Why are we seeing all these mass shooting, militias? You said a key thing with gangs.
Right.
Well, what is the purpose of a gang? When people are seeing, drug dealers in the corner, they want protection. They want someone to love them. They may not have a father in the household. Their mother's working 2 or 3 jobs trying to survive. That's the reality, right? So we have to now dictate the narrative in our community. Independent media and the old-fashioned radio and streaming platforms and artists you have, that's part of being a partner of purpose. That's part of your platform, Malcolm, to step on and smoke a joker, whoever has a voice to use it in the community.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm doing is we are having an event coming up on the 19th. That's right in City Center, heart of the Energy Corridor, at the McCarthy, if you guys are familiar, adjacent to the Hotel Zaza, where you're welcome to see our doctors who are at the forefront to give you not only there's an opportunity for the products to try and test. I have some here if you want to. You're welcome to actually use it.
Okay, and this is medical CBD.
Yes, this is 100% pure. This is not about respectfully getting high. This is about actually helping to deal with the stress. And for me personally, sleep.
Okay,
It leads to anxiety, it leads to anger, which leads to maybe a competitive household.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
Your faith is at the epicenter, but this also helps with that. But you have to be willing to change, and that's what T is doing, and what you're doing is be a partner of purpose or be an activist. But you have to have the mental health thing, and Smoke a Joke hit on too.
Right. We're going to have to definitely get you on Smoke a Joker's platform.
I'd love to. I'll be honored to.
They talk about what you're talking about all the time. Now, true enough, they indulge on a different plane, but when they do indulge, they're always talking about, maintaining mental health. How do you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Are there different forms in doing it? Let's discuss those forms. They have many guests on their show that discuss the many forms of battling mental health, of keeping your mental health, staying focused.
Correct, sir. Right.
Staying focused when you have mental health problems. How do you stay focused? How do you not get sidetracked? How do so they talk about that a lot on their platform, and I'd love to get you on.
I'll be honored. Like I said, I'm just getting acclimated, but I look forward to it. Definitely.
Awesome. We are talking. Reintroduce yourself again, and your company name and the event name.
No problem. My name is Stephen Walton. I've been an entrepreneur since the crash of 2008. My background is in IT, in telecommunication, and in the legal field. I saw opportunity to be an entrepreneur by being disenchanted with corporate America, being treated like a statistic, and actually leveraging that entrepreneurship to build. See, you guys touched on it again, to circle back, is crabs in the barrel. Right. No, it's the opposite. I can help people build their own businesses or build their own philanthropy. Or see, what people have to understand, this, Malcolm and Smoke a Joke, whomever's on your platform, money is one thing, but peace of mind, you can't put a tangible value on. That's a lot of times what people will get. The love of money is the root of the love of money.
The love of
what are you doing with it? Are you Bernie Madoff, or are you somebody who's going to give back, use your talents as God given you, and reach back and say, well, you know what? I'm going to use these talents to build other leaders and other, platforms like a nonprofit who need help.
Exactly.
Or you be a mentor. See, my second arc in life is a mentorship. It is related to the church as a mentor. So I'm not a preacher. I'm an advocate. Okay. Right? That's just simply about me. And this, again, it's not about myself or TW or you. It's collectively. Smoke a Joker. Right. It's everybody coming through. And lastly, I respect time. Lastly is I'm really working on a multifaceted project that I need help on. But we don't have all the answers.
Right.
We have to bridge out to other than the Black community, especially in Houston, as a new melting pot. Yes. I'm from the East Coast. I'm multicultural. You guys touched on a lot of things, like why we're not talking to each other. I talked to the guy in Uber. I never even saw the guy because it's like taxi cab conversations.
Right.
See, we lost that. You remember the show Taxi back in the day? Mm-hmm. That's what people are missing.
Right.
That common bond between men, especially men. Men have to be. What is a man? Right. Or is getting back to God. That's what man is.
Right.
I'll leave it at that.
I liked how you touched on the taxi driver. If you guys
great movie too.
If you guys don't have any idea, I thought you were talking about
the show. The show. It is a show, but then I saw Taxi with Danny DeVito, all that stuff. Yeah.
There used to be a show for you youngsters out there where a guy would actually it was an actual mini series, so to speak. I guess we can call it that. Where the guy would film his encounters with his taxi guests. It wasn't Uber back then.
Right.
He would pick them up, and it would be a camera on, and he would say, I believe it was a disclaimer at the beginning.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I record you, or something along those lines? And he would record the whole route to your home, your job, your party, wherever you were going. The whole time he's recording y'all's conversation.
Exactly.
And it's live on
Right.
TV. And it was, I love the show. I wish it would come back on, because I have the same kind of shows now with Uber drivers. You know, I'll get in the Uber or the Lyft, and I'll be like, how long you been doing this, sir? I'll interview them.
Right.
Instead of them interviewing me. But sometimes I get in, I might be mad. And the Uber or Lyft driver will interview me. Hey, how's it going today? You know, and what, I just picked you up from that office. What do y'all do up there?
Exactly.
And, you know, he'll start asking. Right. Anyway, that's what the show was about. That's what we made reference to. You might be able to find some old footage of it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Taxi, what do they call it? Taxi interviews.
I don't know if it was on YouTube. I don't know if it was on HBO. I don't know what it was. Showtime. Right. It was HBO, one of the platforms. But. Right.
Don't be afraid to speak to each other. We kind of got sidetracked on the taxi driver, but the whole thing is the taxi driver wasn't afraid to speak to you. And a lot of us, whether it's black and black, whether it's black to white, whether it's black to Hispanic or Hispanic to whatever, no one wants to talk to each other. And it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy how that is, because how are you gonna like I'll make a prime example all the time. When we have a guest on our After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show, when we have a guest, I make sure before they leave that the community knows exactly who they are, because a lot of times what happens is you might own a small business, you might be pastor of a church, you might be president of some organization, and you have 10 neighbors right here in the cul-de-sac where you live. That don't know anything about you, because all they see is the black guy over there cutting his yard every Friday. Exactly. They never speak to you. Yeah. Y'all get in your cars, you go different ways. So that's what we try to instill here at Real Talk 100 Radio. We want the community to speak to each other, and that's what this pop show is all about. Speaking to each other and voicing what our problems are within our own respective communities. That is where we're going to relate the taxi driver story to this show. Right. Let's talk to each other, community. Let's get to the bottom of these problems that we have between races, the problems we have with the police department, the problems we have with the government, the problem we have with gas prices, the problem we have with global warming, whatever the case may be. That is what the Pop Show is about. If you are interested in being a partner of purpose, give us a call. Give us an inbox on Partners of Purpose. Give us an inbox on Real Talk 100 Radio. But let's get back to our guest right quick, because we only got about 10 minutes left in the show.
The only thing I want to chime in with is when Malcolm says, you know, that we need people to chime in. He means it. Call in. If you have questions for our guest, call in. Ask him a question. Don't be afraid. He's not going to bite you. I promise. Now, if you want to be bitten,
join the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show to get bitten.
Disclaimer. Yes, sir.
Back to you.
It's all on you, Doc. We got 10 more minutes.
No, no problem.
We've got about 10 minutes left in the show. Let's revisit your upcoming event and what your event is about, and make sure you expound upon the medical CBD.
Sure. To reiterate, we have an event at the McCarthy, which is going to be an energy corridor off of I-10 in Bunker Hill, adjacent to the Hotel Zaza on the 18th floor boardroom of the McCarthy.
Okay.
Secondly, this is dual component. The doctors who are part of the founding of the company and chief medical officers will be in attendance to answer all the questions and put together all of the misinformation about medical CBD.
Okay.
Now, there's a dual component. People are looking for plausible, safer alternatives to pharmaceutical drugs.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Every day.
We agree on that?
Every day, all day.
Would you agree we're priced out of that, especially black people?
Mm-hmm.
right? So we're going across state lines. We want to try to find prescription drugs, right?
Right.
Okay. So now we want a wellness. You can take more control of your life, not driven by the pharmaceutical industry.
Mhm.
You're going to learn from the doctors what does medical CB do for anxiety, depression, pain. The second subset of the company is wound care. A lot of people are in pain. A lot of people in hospice care, clinics, massages. All these aches and pains and ailments. We can do something that's less invasive, right?
Okay.
All right. Now let's get to the money aspect. You're not going to know what the products do. You're going to know the business opportunity as an affiliate to add extra income to your household, to take care of the dinner table conversation that you're seeking. And I'll let
you can become an affiliate.
You can. And do what you know, do what you do, have the doctors be your voices, you be the ushers, and you just bring people to that.
Have mercy.
That's simple, because we want
about talking to the community.
Yeah.
See, if we wouldn't have brought him here and had him talking, you wouldn't have known that you could become a partner. Yeah. And I'm trying to be silly. I'm trying to be silly, but it's kind of like. Mm-hmm. Let me rephrase in mid-sentence. Mm-hmm. So it's not legal yet. So how can they do that?
No, it is legal. Medical CBD or medical marijuana is legal in certain states. Now, legislation it's not by the FDA.
Okay.
Who I used to work for.
Okay.
The Drug Administration.
Okay.
But legislation is going to change that because it's the new wave. It's the Microsoft of the wellness industry. It's the new paradigm shift to give all these people that are marching and lobbyists about pharmaceutical drugs and medical billing. Well, these doctors are now seeing that that's a plausible opportunity for their client base. So once that's seen on Capitol Hill, which it already is, because I'm lucky enough to be into the inner circles of the company, do I know the leadership, the advisory council, and the doctors? They have the ears to what's going on Capitol Hill.
Okay.
And this is the new wave. I come from IT, my brother. This is like Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs, and I wish I was on the ground floor. I was too young then.
Okay.
I'm not now, because this is the wellness is now the paradigm shift in the wellness industry. This is the new farm. This is going to be the competition that people are crying about public options, right? Well, here you go. This is the new wave that's going to give you some plausible, affordable ways to veer yourself off of respectfully pharmaceuticals.
So your normal civilian could partner with doctors.
Yeah, in essence, yes.
To be the go-between for patients. Is that what you're saying?
In essence, yes, but then it's a dual component. There's an individual consumer, but then there's the doctors who are opening up individual practices can see this. And that's where the big money is, because you're a conduit to helping the other doctors open up their practices. As a distributor, you will get pieces of that business. You follow me? Okay. You're the conduit to the doctors, in essence. And we have another one, a company called Radiant, who held hands-on wound care. All you trying to do is just be an affiliate or an advocate, and they do the heavy lifting for you.
They do the heavy lifting for you. So if they are the conduit, they come and pick up.
Right.
When they're en route to their patients.
Yes, sir.
When they're en route to their patients, they get pulled over. What happens? Do they have a card that says, "Hey, I work with Dr. Such and Such"?
No.
I have a pass. How does that work?
No need, because it does say RX in the company name, so it is under the over-the-counter type. But what it is, the doctors take care of all of that. They have all the, because they have medical, they have liability insurance, and they have they basically, what we do is we're the distributor marketing apparatus. The doctors, we basically have our doctors are in our company, they are the conduits to help you bridge that gap. They can talk to the other doctors, apples to apples, to help you.
Okay.
You got to say you're not the only voice. You have the doctors who are the experts with the science that can tell you to help you alleviate that stress about being the sounding board for it.
Gotcha. Is there any, excuse me, y'all, is there any criteria that
I'm sorry, not to cut you. I can make sure it's July 19th, this coming Tuesday. I'm sorry, at 6 o'clock. I'm sorry.
July 19th.
Between 6:30 and 8:30 at the McCarthy.
Is there a website or anything?
Yes, I sent it to TW. If he can forward it, I'll be glad to give it to you as well.
That they can go and get the information right now?
Yeah, well, let me.
Or the website or a flyer on
I
social
have a
media?
flyer right there. You can have that. My apologies.
It's okay.
I did have TW has on my information for the site. I'll be glad to share that with you after the show as well for your viewers.
Is this the page right here on Facebook?
Yeah.
Wellness Bioscience RX.
Yes, sir.
Is the Facebook page?
Yes.
Is it a Instagram page?
No.
No.
I'm helping them with the business development side, but it's still a new company here. So yeah.
Fairly new company.
Yeah.
Fairly new company, y'all. Coming up July 19th, which is a Tuesday.
Yes, sir. At
6 p.m. at the Wellness Biosciences RX Corporate Board Room at the McCarthy.
Yeah.
The McCarthy is located at 9789 Katy Freeway,
Heart of City Center,
18th floor, Sky Lounge, Houston, Texas 77024.
Yes, sir.
Arrive and mingle from 6 to 6:30.
Yes, sir.
Go to Wellness Biosciences RX on Facebook and Instagram right now to check out more information. This is all about what exactly in 20 words or less?
Wow. Rebuilding a better you through a very plausible, affordable alternative to pharmaceutical sales and building then a financial windfall that you own that you can pass on to your family.
Perfect. It was over 20, but that was perfect.
No, I mean,
I put him on the spot and he came on with it. That was nice. Plausible and affordable.
Yeah.
For you.
Yes, sir.
Someone in the community. He's making it plausible and affordable. Come check it out. This is for the average Joe. This is for the average Betty. Y'all come out. Y'all come out to the business overview.
Yes, sir.
Tuesday, July 19th, and see what this opportunity is all about. I'm very, very interested because I'm even having pains myself from old football injuries and whatnot. I'm not over the hill yet, but I'm feeling like it sometimes when I roll out of that bed.
You're on the hill?
And I'm feeling like
not over the hill.
That's what he said.
I'm on the hill.
No, I think that's the thing. I think pain, depression, anxiety is all touched. You can just look on CNN and look at Dr. Sanjay Gupta. He's talking about the effects. I'm not going to delve into that's the doctor's wheelhouse, but you got to understand that these products can help. But again, you have to be also inclined to do the work too, just like you said before. You have to meet people halfway. You can take supplements, but you got to take the change in your life to accentuate that. Yes, sir.
You have to, just like the old saying, just like we always talk about with, and I hate to get off subject, but it's relatable to what you're saying. Prayer without works is what?
Faith without works is dead.
It's dead.
Faith without works is dead.
Exactly.
It's relatable to what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
You know, you can talk about getting well all you want to, but if you don't put the action in,
it's always the same practice what you preach. I use these products every night. I've dealt with a dog fight battle with land within family. I didn't sleep for 7 months. So I've seen being almost in life-threatening accidents, how important sleep is, how important depression is to help counteract that some way. And it starts with faith, but also having these supplements as another plausible alternative to getting hooked on prescription drug opioids and all that. This is a plausible opportunity everybody's seeking. I have a friend, I'm not going to name names respectfully, who's dealing with multiple sclerosis, all these other pain that I can't imagine what they're going through. So this can be a plausible, legal alternative. I'll leave it at that.
Plausible and legal for your average Joe. Plausible and legal and affordable.
And a business opportunity attached to it to bring more income to your household.
Bring more income to your household. A lot of us like multiple streams of income.
Oh yes.
This could possibly be another stream of income for
Just
you.
be one, but also something you can be proud of and use yourself and see the change in your life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we let you go tonight, is there anything else you want to discuss about this event or about yourself? I hate for our guests to get in the car and say,
well, you know what, myself, I've been heavily on social media for well over a decade. I do run a subset of a music group hybrid that we'll be doing something down the road with Partners of Purpose and other nonprofits and business owners like yourself in the music industry, as you can relate to bring more. There's going to be a 2-day festival coming up in October. Look out for that, and I'd love to plug all you guys in into the platform. That's another subject for another day. But I'm an activist by heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Mr. T.W. Brock.
Yes, sir.
Come over here right quick, sir. It's about time to close the show out for tonight, but I'm sure you have some closing thoughts that you would like to give our listening audience tonight.
Well, my thoughts are for those who are tuned in. Let's take it to another level. Let's tune in and then let's grow in. Let's plug in so that we can grow together as a family. And watch this, just like Joe. Oh my God! See, Smoker Joe, yeah, just like Smoker Joe Frazier, just like he said. When we work together, each one teach one, and we grow together. A year from now, we'll look back and we'll be a multifaceted organization that will be tied in to multiple sources that will make an effective. When we speak as a group, P.O.P. When we speak as a group, folk will listen because we've found that success. But in order to find success, we got to do the work.
Got to.
Yes, sir.
There's no way around it.
You got to. Yeah. Roll up your sleeves, get to work.
That's it.
You have to do the work. There's no way around it. Is that all you had for tonight?
That's all I got, Doc.
You got to do the work, y'all. We got to do the work, and we don't mind helping you do the work at P.O.P. Partners of Purpose. Y'all make sure you join us every Friday night from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sooner or later, it's going to be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm not sure when, but soon we will have P.O.P. all over the country. Hopefully, we're going to start.
You know, hopefully,
we're going to start
definitely
all over. Definitely, we're going to start with Texas. We're going to start with Houston, Texas, and the greater surrounding areas. We're looking for people who want to be P.O.Ps, people who want to affect change in their respective communities. We're starting with ourselves.
Yes, sir.
We want to see change in the communities. We've got 3 men here. We've got another gentleman that's on the phone, that was on the phone earlier, Mr. Smoker Joker of What Up Radio.
Joker, I'm sorry.
Smoker Joker on What Up Radio. His show airs every Thursday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Y'all keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio. Become P.O.Ps. You can get in my inbox. You can get in TW's inbox. You can email us at Real Talk 100 Radio with 2 O's at gmail.com, or you can email TW Brock at
justiceforbrock.com. And don't wait too long at Hotmail.
There you go.
Don't wait too long at Hotmail. Use the number 2, right?
That's it.
Don't wait the number 2 long at Hotmail. Real Talk 100 Radio with 2 O's at gmail.com. You can get my inbox. You can get his inbox. Let's all become P.O.Ps. We would love to have 1 million P.O.Ps running around the greater Houston area alone, so we can affect change.
And we're gonna make it clear that we want you to become a P.O.P. Not a P.O.Ps with an S, but a P.O.P. Become a P.O.P. so that we can't be stopped together.
P.O.P. can't
P.O.P.
be stopped.
That's it.
Join us next Friday and every Friday night from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And make sure y'all get out to this fantastic event on July 16th in Katy, Texas, at the Wellness Biosciences RX Corporate Boardroom at the McCarthy Hotel, correct?
Just one correction, my brother. July 19th is coming Tuesday.
July 19th, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Tuesday, July 19th.
Yes,
Tuesday, July 19th. I did make a mistake.
No worries.
At 6 p.m. Go to Wellness Biosciences RX for more information. I'm sure they have the flyer on the page.
Yes, you do, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Same flyer on the page. It's about what? Affordable?
Yeah, affordable, plausible alternative to pharmaceutical drugs. And you also have business opportunity attached to it to change your financial household and your personal wellness.
A business opportunity.
And come with an appetite. There will be free food.
Free food.
Always good.
A business opportunity, July 19th at 6 p.m. Go check it out on Wellness Biosciences RX on Facebook for more information. This is a business opportunity where you could possibly partner, quote unquote, partner with doctors to medicate patients, basically. I'm giving it to you in layman's terms. He's much better versed at it than I am, but you can basically partner with doctors, make you some extra income, get you another revenue source coming in. Go check it out. That's all we got tonight.
Thanks, sir.
On P.O.P, Partners of Purpose. We'll see y'all next Friday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.